Hello, it's Doris with Aldi Books, and I thought I would just jump right into 2021 with the very first Friday reads of the new year, which happens to coincide with the first day of the new year. And my son Gabriel happened to notice yesterday that how awesome is it that the new year 2021 is starting on a weekend. It just couldn't get any better, because we consider Friday the weekend because the weekend starts on Friday. You know, that gives you a longer weekend if you started on Friday. But anyway, so yay. So I want to wrap up the last few books that I read in 2021. And I have a couple more unpopular opinions here. So wow, doesn't happen to me very often, and it just has happened quite a bit this month. So anyway, I finished Julia Quinn's To Sir Philip with Love, which is the 5th in the Bridgerton series, and this is my favorite. I've read it several times. It's about a father who's dealt with tragedy with his first wife, and a breath of fresh air in the name of Eloise that comes to, make the little family, alive again, I guess. Yeah. Speaking of, I'm watching the series Bridgerton, so I finally caved and got Netflix, and I started watching Gilmore Girls. So I've never watched Gilmore Girls ever, and so I'm having a delightful time with that. I think I'm on episode 8 right now, but I had to go on hiatus for a few days because I was trying to get some reading in and some travel and some Christmas and New Year and all of that jazz. And the Bridgerton started, so I've been watching that one episode a day with a couple of my romance buddy readers, Katie and Heidi. And yeah, I've just been having a great time watching Bridgerton. And there are a few scenes, the first 4 episodes were fine because, the racy scenes are pretty darn racy. I'm not gonna lie. They're rated R if you're going to the movies, in my opinion. And I'm more of a PG-13 kind of viewer, and I guess I haven't watched TV consistently, much at all, in 2 decades. And so I didn't realize they were doing rated R movie stuff on TV, but it's Netflix. So, whatever, just be aware that, if you're watching it on your phone, you might need to strategically place your fingers for a little bit, because like I said, the first 4 episodes, they faded real fast. So just as you were getting embarrassed, they were moving on. But the end of episode 5, they let you linger in that voyeurism a little bit too long. and episode 6, well, friends. So anyway, but Eloise and Penelope are just so fun. I love them. They're best friends, and they're just right on the cusp of 16 and 17. One of them is out in society and should not be, and the other one, her mother did not let her go out in society yet. She's got another year at home, but her time is coming. And Benedict, he's just so adorable because he's just so happy and devil may care, and I just love it. But anyway, the books. So yes, my favorite in this series. And then last night at 10 p.m., I finished Secondhand Time, The Last of the Soviets, An Oral History by Svetlana Alexievich, and this is translated by, why would they not put the translator's name on the translator information page? Like, does that make sense to you? Bella Shevich. So there you go. This is excellent. This is an oral history looking at different cross sections of peoples in the Soviet Union, from like the time of Stalin all the way through Putin. And wow, it's really eye-opening. I definitely would pair it with that book I read last month by, this is the story of my day. I'm so ill prepared. Where is that book? Oh my word. Why is that book not down here? It should be right here on this shelf. You know, by Masha Gessen. Masha Gessen. I don't see the book, but that's who the author was by. Who the author was. Anyway, yes, excellent. This was a lot. Like, it wasn't that dark initially, but then she really got into the brutality, and it's very eye-opening. And it's like oral history, so like real first-person accounts in there. And then I got to the third in the C.J. Sansom Shard Lake series. So Sovereign was the one that I read. I just get them from the library and only keep the first in the series. But Mel from Mel's Bookland Adventures had turned me on to this series, and it is a mystery series set in Tudor England. It opens with the, good Lord, have mercy on my soul, the Mirror in the Light series, Hilary Mantel. So the first one in that series, Wolf Hall, bless me. Wolf Hall, it starts there with that dude, you know, Cromwell, Thomas Cromwell. But, you know, he gets executed pretty quickly, so he's not in this one. But this one was my favorite thus far. I really enjoyed it. So you may have heard me say before that I don't get along with cozy mysteries all that well, but I like them when the author contextualizes them. So this one is very much set in the history of the period, and C.J. Sansom does such a good job of not just the history, but the way people would have lived in that time. It's fascinating to read about. So enjoyed that. So now to the unpopular opinions. So I'm going to go with the softer one first. So V.S. Naipaul, A House for Mr. Biswas. This was okay. Like, it was really fine. I would have given it a 3-star. Really a 4-star, but with the caveat that I just, you know, it was too long, okay? It was just way the heck too long. So Naipaul has this, like, his prose is gorgeous. It is just, he's so good at dialogue and characterization, and setting his characters in the time and culture. So this is an Indian community in Trinidad. So really delightful. And I listened to most of this on audiobook, and it's just really beautiful to listen to, you know, the accents and the rhythm and cadence of his language is just lovely. But just like, what even happened? Like, not much. And it's 550 some odd pages. So while it was beautiful to listen to, it was really hard for me to pay attention. I just couldn't pay attention, to be honest. So my mind just wandered in and out. And I would blame it on listening to the audiobook. However, I read the first 60 pages with my eyeballs back in June and just never wanted to pick the book back up, which is why, you know, I powered through it in the month of December, because I just let it linger. So yeah, I think that, like, I've read his a nonfiction of his, like A Turn in the South, I believe it was, where it's kind of a travel log through several southern states. It was fabulous, really good, really insightful. And I think that I would enjoy his, like, short stories like these would be fun short stories, because they were just delightful to listen to and, you know, dip into the characters. But yeah, this was just too long for me with the style of the novel that it was. I think also, if you like a lot of the longer Victorian novels, you might like this as well, but just with a Trinidadian / Indian flair. So yeah, so there was that one. And then, oh dear, I finally read My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. And all I can say is that I was just really, really bored. I just found this book to be incredibly boring. So the first chapter, childhood, when they were little girls and just, you know, being vicious, I thought, oh, this is going to be fabulous. But that lasted a few pages, and then it wasn't for me. And I think it suffered from the hype, because there is like a heck of a lot of hype around this book. Like, this book, the way people talk about it, it's the most brilliant thing ever. And like, if you like it, I totally get it. I think, but yeah, I was just really bored. I didn't, you know, engage with the characters. I didn't I felt distanced from them. I didn't care about them. I didn't care about what they did, the whole shoe thing. So, and, you know, I didn't like the way they treated each other, and I didn't get that. Like, I didn't grow up with this kind of mentality either. There's just a lot of, like, competition and concern about chasing after boys. Yeah, it wasn't stuff I was interested in. So there you go. So I thought, oh my guy, we would, hey guy, did you wake up? So cute. I thought we would go over here and pick out my first read for 2021. So these are all the Cuban books. I can't read any of these first 3 or 4 because those are buddy reads. So I could start a Cuban book. This is my book naturalist pick, which would be fun, but I kind of feel bad starting that one since I haven't like posted the plan for that yet publicly. So this one though is definitely a possibility. My buddy read with Jacqueline. I'm eager to get started on that. I've been wanting to read it for a while. This is another buddy read with Karen from Run Right Reads. I could start a indie press project book. Like, so many possibilities. And I have nothing on the go. Clean slate. It's so exciting. I kind don't want to, like, I know I just like read all day yesterday to finish the Secondhand Time. And you'd think I would just want to take a break today, but I'm just, New Year's Day, I'm just so eager. So I'm thinking that I might grab a book that I can finish today or finish tomorrow, like under my belt. So maybe this one, because it's only like 150 some odd pages and it's so cute. So I think I'm gonna read this. Yeah. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye.